All right, welcome back to another work night here in the garage. Next thing up on the plate, if you remember from the last video, is I had the dash out to get the heater core swapped back out to one that fit better. Now that I've got all that stuff lined out, I'm going to go ahead and get that dash bolted in, and then after I have all the dash back together where it needs to be, I'm going to get right there to the supercharger. Going to drain the oil out of it, put some fresh oil in there, and then get it all torqued down for the final time. And then once that's done, I will be very close to getting this thing fired up. It'll just leave fuel tank and some miscellaneous vacuum lines and other things that I need to get that ready to go to fire up. But with that said, it's just time to get on working. All right, after just a little bit of work, if you see here, we got the dash all back in there. When I took the dash out this time, trim piece right there, the mounting holes for the passenger airbag switch, they just snapped right off with hardly any pressure. So this trim piece was pretty brittle as it was, so we're probably gonna have to get another one of those. It'll just depend on which one we go with, because we are changing the radio, and so there's some options we might go with there, but that'll be to be determined at a later date. But guess what? On to the supercharger, everybody. All right, I'm gonna give a quick update here. If you could see, the fuel tank is installed. So fill this thing up with fuel, pressurize the system, make sure it's all working the way it needs to be, and we're almost there, folks. All right, so ending another night here in the garage. I worked on it for shorter spans throughout several days over the last probably week and a half. It's getting down to where I'm getting to smaller and smaller things to put it together. And sometimes I just run into things I need that I'd have easy access if I was at my regular shop, my day job. There's things we have there. So when you're just working out of your own garage and you don't really have all the stuff you need, and it's late at night, you know, when you hit a stopping point, you hit a stopping point. It's not like you just need to go walk here, there, get to your stuff. But anyway, if we take a look at that. I have airbox installed. There's a few miscellaneous breather tubes that I'm gonna have to locate or make something work or whatnot. But other than that, she is ready to fire up. I got the fuel tank installed as we seen earlier. I just need to add fuel to it and test the fuel pump operation and see if I'm getting fuel up here to the rails. But fuel up there, more than likely we're gonna have spark down at the ignition coils because I got everything else hooked up. All the stuff seemed to be working when I scanned the system. These will set fault codes for things being disconnected. So I'm pretty confident that when we go to fire up this key, this thing's gonna come to life just like we want. And the best part about it is in 2 days time, that's it, 2 days time, actually less than that, less than 48 hours time, the owner of the truck will be here. And the timing just worked out. I was gonna try to have it running probably 4 weeks ago when he was gonna be up here, but you know, things just didn't work out. Life gets in the way. But I have it more complete now. So it's got, you know, it's quite a far ways along where, you know, we realistically only have cooling system stuff left to do between the intercooler and the radiator and things like that. So we have that, and then the rear differential. That's the main guts of it, and then we're just going to be tying up loose ends after that. So he's coming up for the weekend. Going to hit here on a Friday night, leave on a Sunday morning. We're going to put quite a bit of work into it, see what all we can get done. Main goal for the weekend though is the rear differential swap, and of course hearing this sweet engine fire up for the first time in this vehicle. So that's it for the night. Really excited for what the next few days is going to hold, and like, follow, subscribe, and like I said, peace.